And this is why I can't wear glasses with a ring light. I look so funny. I look like Professor Trelawney. Hello everyone, it is Kendra and today we are doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. I have made some YouTube I've made some YouTube and some Booktube videos. I kind of do a little bit of everything because that's who I am. I'm kind of a walking contradiction. I'm kind of all over the place and I have several different interests. So we are going to be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag today because, as you can see, I do love to read, bookshelf appreciation, and a Booktube Newbie Tag. So let's get into it. Question number 1 is, why did you start this channel? Now, I feel like I differ from other booktube channels in the fact that I'm not doing exclusively booktube. I started this channel because I felt like it. I've toyed with the idea for probably 3 to 4 years. I got into YouTube probably 5-6 years ago, and so a few years after I got really into watching YouTube videos is when I first thought of the idea. But this year, 2020, was the year that it actually happened, and I'm staying consistent with it and it's going well so far. I feel like a lot of this is going to be rambling. I've got a list. I'm a list type of person. Anyway, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to Booktube? I feel like, so I was watching some other videos in preparation for this just to find the questions, and I kind of agree with the first video that I watched, and she said, I'm not trying to be fun and unique, I'm just trying to be myself. And that's what I'm here to be. I'm just here to be myself, read some books, and discuss with you guys, and have some fun, you know? I'm just here to have some fun. Question number 3, what are you most excited for about this channel? I am most excited for, the other reason I started this channel was to have a bit of a creative outlet. I have not really had a good creative outlet consistently, I don't know, ever maybe, and I feel like I'm very creative in certain ways and I'm very scientific in certain ways. Like I'm kind of weird, but I'm most excited to just be myself, get creative, have some fun, get some reading done, make some new friends. Question number 4, why do you love reading? I love reading because it gets me out of my own head. I feel like I'm a classic overthinker. I have struggled in the past with anxiety, depression, and it just gets me out of my own head, and it's a nice escape. And you get to explore the world through someone else's eyes, and I feel like that can be very educational. Even when it's a fictional story, viewing the world through someone else's eyes, it gives you empathy, and I feel like it's good for you. It's good to read. It's a good escape. All around, it's a good thing. So I like it. Number 5, what book or series got you into reading? This is a question that I was thinking about because most booktubers are like, yeah, I got into reading like in elementary school or in like 3rd or 4th grade, and then I was just kind of a big reader from there all throughout high school, all that. I feel like I have a very different story. I remember loving some books probably around 3rd to 4th grade. I remember really loving Marvin Redpost books and like Junie B. Jones books, and then like my reading, most people is like, here's a start and then it just goes, it escalates. Mine is like this. Mine's just a little wave. I liked those books, and then I didn't really read for a while, and then I feel like it was probably not again until high school that I remember really getting into reading. I really loved The Hunger Games. That was a huge one. I also got into the Twilight Saga. I never finished it though. I got like 2 to 3 books in. I think 2.5 books in. That just kind of shows you how my reading has gone. I also, like most people my age, I'm 26, Most people my age remember loving Harry Potter all throughout elementary school, middle school, high school. I wanted to like it, and I watched some of the movies, but I never read the books until I was in my 20s. I believe I was like 22 when I read Harry Potter for the first time. That really got me into reading. I've read it multiple times through now. Latest series that has really sparked my reading was the Scythe series by Neil Shusterman. Those are just a few. I feel like they're all very different, especially because my reading fluctuates. But yeah, that's me. Question number 6. What question would you ask your favorite booktubers? It's been a while actually since I consistently watched Booktube. The one I watch most often is Peruse Project, but I've also lately gotten really into like lifestyle vlogs and things like that, like cleaning videos, because I'm a nerd. But what I would ask my favorite booktubers is probably what a lot of people say for this question, and it's, how do you read so much and so consistently? As I've said, like, I'm not like most booktubers. I'm not a very good consistent reader. I was a very late bloomer when it came to enjoying reading. I've been doing a relatively good job of trying to read at least 30 minutes every day. That keeps me consistent with reading, but I still don't know, like, I also feel like I'm a pretty slow reader compared to a lot of people, and so how do you read that much? Number 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be hardest to overcome? I think consistency on reading will be hard, but I'm doing my best. And also time to edit. That has been hard lately. And then the other thing I've been thinking about is like telling people in my real life about YouTube, because I feel like a lot of people, especially in my family, would really not understand. Those will be the challenges, but I'm ready to take them on, I guess. Let's do this. Number 8 is, when did you start reading? I feel like I kind of already answered this question, but again, like, I started probably really consistently reading in my 20s. I'm still in my 20s, Kendra, you're 26. Really in the last like 5-6 years is when I've really gotten into reading, but again, like, it's been in waves throughout my life. I feel like I go through periods of like, I get super hyped for a while and then I go into big slumps, and then I get super hyped for a while and then I go into big slumps. It's just how it is. Number 9, where do you read? I kind of read a little bit of everywhere. My favorite places to read would be in bed or on the couch or in a really big, fluffy, comfy chair. However, I also just sit like by this window on the floor and read sometimes. I also always take a book with me to work. I work at a Dairy Queen, so if we're ever slow and there's not anything to do, then I'll be reading a book there too. I also listen to audiobooks on occasion, either while I'm doing household chores or driving or walking the dog, you know, anything like that. I also, some people, well, at least my boyfriend thinks it's kind of weird, but I will also sometimes turn on, like, I'll turn on Harry Potter and I'll put on Audible and I'll put it on a sleep timer for like 30 minutes, and then it's like I'm being read a bedtime story. So I'll just like listen to Harry Potter as a bedtime story while I'm falling asleep, which is really nice sometimes. Sometimes I need that just to get out of my own head and to stop thinking of like a running to-do list in my head for the next day. Sometimes I need that. The last question is number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? Again, I feel like this kind of goes with my, like, how I read is I kind of read a little of everything. I really love, I tend to love kind of like dystopian novels, things that put a like reflection on society and just kind of make you think. But I also really like realistic fiction novels or mysteries. I just got done reading Angels and Demons. Mystery novels and like suspense things are what really keep me reading quickly, because it like will end on a cliffhanger and I'm like, I gotta know what happens next. Like, it's like a movie. It keeps me on the edge of my seat. Those are my favorites that keep me on the edge of my seat. But I also love a good like Harry Potter. I don't know. I tend to lean, I think, toward contemporary just because I feel like that's kind of what floods my social media and what is just most accessible for me. But I do want to get better at reading like less common books or books by newer authors, or just like not so much mainstream reading. I would like to get into some of that just because there's so much literature out there. And I know that I won't be able to read even a sliver of everything that's out there, but I can enjoy my little piece of the world. My Harry Potter shelf is way up there. You can't see it. I don't want to ramble on too much longer. It is what I am best at though, so it is what it is. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this Booktube Newbie Tag. Even though I have put out some other videos, please go check them out. I do have an August wrap-up. I'm hoping to do a September wrap-up as well, although there might only be one book in it because I am a newbie here and I cannot read 12 books in a month, okay? That's a lot. I've got work to do. I've been working like full-time, so I try to fit reading in wherever I can. Anyway, here I go rambling again. I hope you all enjoyed. Please give this video a like, comment, subscribe if you feel called to do so. I hope you guys have a happy day. I will see you in my next one. Bye.